Yo guys, Biscuit Boy here, back with another Beyblade YouTube video. Today I'm actually going to be doing something that I don't typically do. I'm actually going to be doing a Beyblade vlog today. And if you didn't know, I'm going to be traveling up to Southampton today. Going to be going with a bunch of my friends, and we're all going to be participating in a big tournament over there. Meeting up with the Southampton lot basically. And yeah, it's going to be cool. Going to rent out a minivan. We're going to travel there. Going to quickly go grab some snacks though. But yeah, see you guys in a bit. I quickly stopped into Poundland and I'm very quickly gonna grab a Capri Sun. Because bro, I used to love drinking these as a kid, man. The orange flavored one as well. Bro, that shit is heavenly. Alright, now the big question is, what crisps do I get, man? I don't know. Low key. Remorse so much is so good, but I don't know if that's like the type of thing I grab on like a road trip, you know? Can't lie, you can't go wrong with this, man. You can't go wrong with this. This is solid. This boy over there, bro. This boy. Bro, he's so nonchalant,
There was a flipping leaf that just fell in my mouth. That's dark. That's one way to start the video, bro.
All you better suck. I just want to let you guys know beforehand. I'm gonna win. I'm not even in it. I can't lie.
I don't even know who this guy is, bro. Some random guy we just met on the street. Yeah.
I'm the biggest YouTuber. I'm the biggest thing.
You're the biggest YouTuber
I'm the biggest thing
since this KSI.
Yeah, bro. Like KSI wants to be me.
You look homeless, bro.
He came in the future. He asked me, "Man, how do you do it?" And I told him, "Come on."
I'm pretty sure KSI was asking him notes on how to succeed.
Oh, yes, man.
Hey, listen, I'm not a cameraman, man. I'm just. Whoa!
Yeah, I ship it. For the record. I ship it still. Yeah.
They popped up over there.
We won.
Oh, that's chill, man. That's chill. Look, Brian just only got in. Oh. Fuck, why are you making me run, bro? You're making me run. Oh. Getting in.
You get it first.
Should I get in the back?
One eternity later.
Bro, say something for the camera, bro. Say something for the camera.
Say something for the camera,
God, bro. God. Guys, we've just arrived. In Southampton.
They
It's
all
just like
slept.
London, bro.
Bro, I feel like I'm in South London.
It literally just is like London, bro. Like, it looks exactly the same
We
as
are in
London.
the UK, right? We think it's like some crazy like new time
Yeah,
zone.
man. I feel like it's like a different country, bro. Like, but now you just come here, everything is the same, bro.
You know what? When you go to places with different accents, then you feel it.
Yeah, I hear that. I get that.
And when you don't see red buses, when you see them blue buses,
Yeah, exactly, man. It's raining right now, bro. It's raining. I didn't anticipate for this, bro. Amani, how you feeling, bro?
How am I feeling? I feel hot. I feel good. I feel
yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
Coffee Cafe, that's basically my name, bro. Oh my god. Yeah.
Just the way,
So for today's tournament, we're actually only allowed to run the 3, 6 or 5 ratchets, just purely because it's Southampton's 1-year anniversary. So I actually kind of struggled like putting and sorting like the ratchets around, but I ended up like ultimately deciding to put 3 on my Cobble Dragoon. You already know, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, I always use Cobble Dragoon. I also ran my Pegasus Blast, and I ran this on wheel 660 trans kick. Please do not sleep on this combo. I've been saying this in my last video and the video prior. This combo is elite, man. Then finally, check out my Phoenix Wing. This is actually on a 560 and it's on kick. And this is actually pretty solid, man. It's actually pretty solid. It virtually never bursts as well. As you'll see later on in this video, garnered me so many points. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. So in my first round, I'm actually playing against Mimi, who's actually from the London lot. So as many of you guys have seen before, I played against her many times on this channel, and I'm always winning, man. I never lose. And especially now that I've got my red Pegasus blast, it's better than Aero Pegasus, by the way. I'm not gonna lose today either. I tilt launched that, ended up getting the pocket. I'm now 2-0 up right now. I then send out my Cobra Dragoon. Initially, I was just gonna go for a soft launch to get that one spin finish, but you see the exact moment I decided to just change it up, play a lot more aggressively. I noticed how I hard tilt launched because I just wanted to go for more like aggro, got the extreme on it as well. So far it's looking really good. I just won my first match. The whole reason why I decided to go to Southampton in the first place was actually just to prove to myself that I can actually top outside of my own locals. So I've gone to Birmingham, I played over there. I topped at the OPE qualifiers event. I came second out of like 40, 50 people. Now I'm playing at Southampton. I would just want to prove to myself that I can win, basically. That my skill isn't just purely because I'm playing against the same people consistently, that I can actually just play against unknown people that I've never played against and, you know, basically win. I am playing against Boy right now. I did actually just beat his Aero Pegasus with my red Pegasus blast, by the way, on Transkick. And he actually just got the extreme on my Cobra Dragoon. I was stalling, he was stalling, and he just nipped me right last second. Now I'm using my Phoenix Wing though, and I'm gonna make a comeback. Don't worry, I'm gonna make that comeback. Hard tilt launch. I tried going in for a stall over there, but he just intercepted me last minute. I still rode around the rail, managed to get that extreme on him. 4-3, very close game though, but I did end up taking that game. But let's see what the others are saying.
Right now I'm 1 win, 2 losses. So like, yeah, come on now. Love you, bro. No pride.
Bro, he has to put like water.
Yo, why are you still filming?
Bro, it was horrible. Why did he do it? Huh? Why did he do it? He hates know why he does it. Competitive, isn't it?
Very competitive, very.
But like, why are you competing with me? Be yourself.
Because you're big, innit? You're big. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. So I'm gonna be like, can you stop filming?
Guys, I think Amani doesn't like being on camera. I'm not really too sure about that though. Anyways, it's round 3. I'm playing against Reese, my first Southampton opponent, using my Pegasus Blast. Reason why I have so much faith in this bay is because it's a CX bay. It's very, very wide. I'm running it on wheel, which gives it great weight distribution, but also helps to cushion attacks. Pegasus Blast itself also has great smash attack, and then Trans Kick just helps to stabilize, but also just gives it great stamina, which is why it always just wins in attack versus attack matchups. Next, I'm now using my Phoenix Wing. Look at that hard tilt launch. Pushed him onto the rail, he self-extremed. When facing off against Dragoon and you're running an attack type blade, all you can really do is hard tilt launch. Try to aim for a pocket or an extreme. I didn't necessarily intend to get him an extreme by throwing him onto the X rail, but ended up working out for me. But onto my next matchup, I'm playing against Shafal. It's currently round 4. Shafal is actually one of the reasons why I decided to come to Southampton, because I played against him in Birmingham. He actually beat me and he's an insanely strong opponent, so I decided I want to pull up, see what the other competition is saying. And I play against him and I run my red Pegasus Blast, he runs his Aero Pegasus. He self-extremed twice, no contact, which means I get 1 point each time because this is Southampton rules. All I really need now to win is actually just a burst, a pocket, or an extreme. Any of those will suffice. But this is actually a great matchup just to showcase how good this combo actually is. I know this combo is utilized in Japan, but I don't think they actually use Trans Kick. I don't see many people use Trans Kick. In fact, the most commonly used combo I've seen is either on low rush or rush, and I always just find it just never works for me. It always just dies out on stamina. It's not good enough. Trans Kick, on the other hand, gives it great support and great stamina. I'm 3-0 up just because I got the spin finish on his Aero Pegasus. I'm now sending out my Phoenix Wing, and he sends out his Shark Scale. Notice here how I try to go for the reverse X dash or the X drop or whatever. I don't necessarily complete it, but because I've already set up such a great position already, I'm just able to just come down, drop down on him and just burst him. One thing that I've genuinely noticed about the community and the people within Beyblade is that a lot of people possess this mindset that they must win, they can't lose. And a lot of people's moods are just dependent on this philosophy. I like to think that the reason why I do so well in these tournaments is because my mindset is just to have fun. I don't have the primary thought that I need to win to have fun. I know I'm gonna have fun because I'm playing Beyblade. And for me, Beyblade is a hobby that I find very relaxing. If it ever comes to the point where I'm genuinely stressing about winning or losing, then I think that's just when I have to kind of take a break and make a step back. Don't get me wrong, I am definitely a fiend when it comes to just checking our local leaderboard to see where I'm ranked. But that's not to say that that is my primary reason for why I play the game. I don't play, regardless of whether or not I was to be last on that leaderboard, I know I'd still be coming to tournaments because I always have fun. And I just feel like a lot of other people should have this mindset. Everybody should have this mindset. Because the same people who genuinely take this game too seriously are also the ones to end up fumbling when it comes to finals or top 8. They're also the same people who are slave to the meta or slave to like new releases, everything. They lose because they're just so focused on winning that they end up just tripping over their own feet. Don't get me wrong though, that's not to say that my team is like exempt from this. I'm running Cobble Dragoon, which is literally probably the best Beyblade out right now. I'm running a Phoenix Wing, and although it's like a really good attack type, I won't say it is the best attack type of all time, because I'd definitely say Hover Wyvern, Shark Scale have probably overtaken that throne. And I'm running Pegasus Blast, but I'm running on Transkick, a bit that virtually no one runs it on. And on my main team, I'm literally running a Tyranno Beat on Taper. Not to mention, Tyranno Beat is like virtually classified as like a B or like a low A tier blade on most people's rankings. It's far from the meta, but they're also still really good as well. But what I'm trying to get at is that if you genuinely love this game and you play and you just pick what you like, then regardless of whether or not you're facing an opponent who's using like the best Beyblades ever, you can always make it work. If we're comparing an individual who loves and trains with these specific Beyblades all the time, compared to somebody who's only just using like current meta bays, doesn't really know too much about them, they're basically just slaving to get that win, then I'd say that in the long run, the guy who's just there to have fun, playing with the bays he likes, you know, trains with those bays all the time, knows what they're doing with them, they will always take the cake. You know, on the long run, they will always take the cake against the guy who's just there to win. Not all the time, but definitely most of the time. Nobody can expect you to win all your games 100%. There are going to be games where you lose, there's going to be games where you win, but if you genuinely just appreciate your bays, you know what you're doing with them, you like what you do, you go into the game knowing you're just going to have fun, you'll see results. Or not, maybe just disregard everything I just said, my Phoenix Wing just self-extremed, but you know what, it's cool because I still had fun. It's round 6, 1 round before the end of Swiss. I'm playing against Daniel, another blader from Southampton, and I'm running my Cobble Dragoon, he's running Cobble Dragoon, hard tilt launch right there. Basically just trying to play a lot more aggressive because the key to playing against other Dragoon players is literally just hard launch. You want to basically just out-stamina your opponent because either out-stamina your opponent or be a lot more aggressive than your opponent to the point where you can pocket or extreme them or even burst them. But if you can't do any of those, then at least be able to outspin your opponent just on pure stamina. And that's usually just the result of who can pull harder. And if you know Dragoon or Elevate especially, you know that if you pull really hard, it will just self-extreme. So you kind of have to tilt launch it just so it can avoid touching that rail for as long as possible. I'm running my Phoenix Wing. I'm playing against a Shark Scale. I believe it's on low orb. And this is a very unusual combo. I get how it works in theory though, in the sense that it's got good stationary attack. But I think that's ultimately the downfall of that combo because look, I set up for a great launch, almost get the pocket there, somehow it just manages to jump out. I think if you're running something like Shark Scale, which is just a very aggressive looking blade, you kind of need to lean into that aggressive aspect by putting it on an attack bit or maybe a balance bit at most. But putting it on a stamina bit, for me, is just always weird. It's like the equivalent of putting a Phoenix Wing on like Bull or Low Orb back in the day. Like it works every now and then, but it's just in the long run, it's not a great combo. You rarely see anybody top with those bays, especially stamina. We're moving into a meta where running stamina is somewhat outdated. Don't get me wrong, you could definitely get away with running maybe one stamina bay, but if you're just running full stamina, I think it's very hard for you to win just purely because you're just asking to either get pocketed or extremed or even bursted, unless you're just genuinely very skilled and proficient within those areas and you know how to use stamina bays. We're going in for a reshuffle and then I send out my Cobble Dragoon and I'm once again playing against another Cobble Dragoon. Keep in mind, I'm sticking with that tactic, just trying to play either as aggressive as possible, but if that just doesn't work out, then at least I can fall back on having a hard launch to just out-stamina the opposing bay. As you can see right here, I've just ripped that way harder than my opponent and I managed to just outspin him. It's currently 3-1. I send out my Phoenix Wing against his Wizard Rod. Obviously, if you played against Wizard Rod enough times, you already know that drop launching is the best tactic. just drop launch, drop launch, drop launch. That is basically my go-to tactic when it comes to playing against a lot of stamina base or stationary base in general. Just one light tap against a wizard rod was able to extreme him, which led me to winning the game.
So we have our group stage finished, all 6 rounds done, lovely games across the board, no issues, that's what we like. So our top 8 will go through to a double elimination. So in 8 we have, I can't see anyone, Shafal. In 7th we have B-Trigger. In 6th we have Reese. In 5th, Daniel. In 4th, Luke. In 3rd, cameraman Harry. In 2nd, we have Lewis. And number 1, an absolute king today, Roshan.
Let's go. I've made it into top 8 and it's round 1. I'm once again playing against Reese again, so we're coming back for that rematch. I'm sending out my Phoenix Wing first. I'm playing against his Cobalt Dragoon. Like I said, when you're playing against Cobalt Dragoon and you're using an attack type blade, the best thing you can try to do is to tilt it as hard as you can and rip it as hard as you can. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for me right there. I did actually just self-extreme, but I can't lie, my Phoenix has just been acting up this whole day today. It's been getting me so many self-extremes. It's always been mashing bits though, so like, you know, it has its wins and its losses. I'm using my Cobalt Dragoon, that is basically my failsafe. It's just great for either playing a lot of aggressive gameplay or even just to garner those easy 1-point spin finishes. But this is actually top 8 right now, so this is playing up to 7 points. Otherwise, I'd be absolutely cooked right now. I still get a spin finish, or it's looking like I'm about to get a spin finish. I believe I'm playing against his Solar Eclipse. It's really good CX Bay. He did actually manage to pop me though, but I was actually bit riding, so even though I was popped, I hadn't technically come out of the the bit hadn't technically come out basically, so it still doesn't really count. Managed to get that spin finish on him. Next, I send out my Pegasus Blast, playing against his Fox Brush again, and notice how my Pegasus Blast is just not faltering, it just doesn't tip, and that's because Transkick helps to stabilize it, especially on those harder impacts. And Wheel helps to just basically cushion those impacts as well. It's so funny to me because CX used to be so hated on, but now because of Pegasus Blast, Solar Eclipse, there's just actually just been a resurgence in popularity when it comes to it. Like, people are using it all of a sudden now. And I can't lie, I'm one of those people as well. I'm really enjoying Pegasus Blast, and I've liked it so much to the point where I'm genuinely thinking of keeping it in the main rotation. It might have to either replace my Tyrannid Beat or my Phoenix Wing, but purely for aesthetic reasons, I really don't want to replace my Phoenix Wing. It just looks so nice with Phoenix Wing and my Cobalt Dragoon that I just cannot bear to part with it, so I'm definitely keeping that in the deck. It might have to get replaced for my Tyrannid Beat though. And yep, I'm playing against another Dragoon matchup. Obviously, like I said, I don't really change the game tactics up too much unless I feel as though I really need to. But yep, for this, it's basically just launch aggro. If you can't get the pocket or the extreme, once again, like I've said, just get the easy spin finish, because if you launch it hard enough, harder than your opponent, 9 out of 10 times, you will win. Fox versus my Phoenix Wing. And honestly, I'm not really too sure if maybe it was just the 560 ratchet, because this has never happened to me where my Phoenix has just gone so out of control that it has cost me 3 points back to back to back. 3 times I've been using my Phoenix Wing in a row in those matchups. I have just been self-extreming every single time. All of my opponent's points that he's garnered have just been from 2 of my self-extremes basically. But that's okay, because sometimes they're going to be bays which don't necessarily always work out for me on certain days. But you know what bay that always works out for me? My Cobalt Dragoon, and it always gets me those spin finishes. It's all reliable basically. I'll never get it out of the deck. Even when the new UX less spin comes out, I really don't see myself ever replacing it. I just love it that much. Now, I know you guys didn't just come here to just watch me glaze Red Pegasus Blast for like 30 minutes, but bro, can we just appreciate how it can do everything? Spin finish, get pockets, bursts, everything, even extremes. I've made it onto round 2, and obviously I'm going to start off with my trusty bay. Look at this, I'm hard tilt launching because right now my opponent is Hover Wyvern, and Hover Wyvern actually has such a unique shaped blade to the point where if you play it against Dragoon and you do decide to soft launch, 9 out of 10 times, Dragoon will actually lose on the spin finish if you soft launch. I think it's just because the blade is so recoily, it just pushes Dragoon over, making it very hard to just spin steal. So because of this, I've taken it upon myself that every single time I play against a Hover Wyvern, Shark Scale, anything on Hex, I basically, or even Level, yeah, all of those, I basically just have to hard launch. And this is really cool because my opponent, although it looks like Aero Pegasus, is actually running another Pegasus Blast. It's just that his top part is actually custom painted to look blue. I think that would look really cool. Unfortunately, my local organizers do not allow the white part to be painted. And for good reason, it is almost like a contact point. So when bays do make contact with it, it can scrape off. It's not very pleasant to have on your bays. A lot of people can complain about it. It's understandable as to why. But damn, I do have to say, it looks so nice. And I'm saying all of this as my Phoenix in the background is just getting self-extremed again. It's just back-to-back extremes. Really quickly, you may be wondering why is the stadium rotating on the sides. And this is actually just a personal thing that me and Lewis decided to do because he basically just proposed, every reshuffle, would you like to switch sides? And I thought that was an interesting clause, so I decided, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I'm fine with that. He's fine with that. I don't mind us both doing that. So yeah, it also just helps me practice on playing both sides because obviously I do have a favored side, but I don't always want to be relying on the fact that I'm playing on that side to be able to win. So I've actually been practicing a lot on the other side. And notice how my Dragoon almost was scraping there. It's just because Hover Wyvern makes it very hard to spin steal. I did still get the spin finish though, but that's just purely because I hard tilt launched that to just basically out stamina him last minute. And next, I'm using my Pegasus Blast. Notice my launch was very unique, and it's just because that is the launch tech that I've kind of been going to use. I did get an extreme there. I won't credit that to my launch tech though, but I will say that it definitely did help me put me in that really good position. Because I'm in top 8 and I've won both of my games, I'm now made it into semi-finals, which means I'm guaranteed 3rd place. But obviously, even though I'm here to have fun, I don't want to settle for 3rd place. I definitely do want to win, especially as somebody who doesn't frequent at Southampton like locals. It would be nice for me to be able to like claim that, yeah, even though I'm not in my own locals, I can still win. I can still hold my own. So I'm 3rd right now, but I'm definitely gunning for 1st place. I sent out my Cobra Dragoon. And with Dragoon, if you're able to launch it in such a way that you can avoid the attacks of your opposing bays, then you're almost always guaranteed the spin finish. Okay, if there's one thing that I will have to say that is kind of bad about Pegasus Blast is the fact that because it's CX, obviously you can't really rely too much on tilt launching because there's always that fear in the back of your mind that it may like topple over. And because of that, I'm also running it on wheel, and wheel helps to avoid this. But because of that, if I can't make contact with that metal blade, then most of the time wheel is the bit that will make contact with my opposing bays. And obviously wheel is relatively round, it's made out of plastic, so it's not the most recoily. It's actually really good for defensive purposes, which makes Pegasus Blast an excellent balance type bay. But just in terms of pure attack, especially on wheel, I would not say it's my go-to for like pocketing, wizard rod, pocketing, other things like that. I would say it's really good against other attack types, but I would definitely not say it's my go-to against like wizard rod or defensive types. But here, my Phoenix Wing is coming in clutch. It's making a comeback. It did get me that burst. I'm now 3-1 up. And I was actually looking at this matchup and I was thinking, yeah, this is going to be a free win because all I really have to do is just kind of soft launch. I did actually just randomly decide to hard launch though. I don't know why. That would have been such an easy game. And because of hard launch, I just burst on the rail, like on impact. I think it's probably just due to the fact that I'm running a free ratchet. Free protrudes slightly more than 9. 9 is my go-to. I won't say free is necessarily bad for Dragoon. It's pretty good, but I just think I got unlucky because I was just being an idiot basically and just hard tilt launched against essentially a stamina type bay, which would have just been like a free win. But shifting back onto the focus of Pegasus Blast, notice how it's just retained so much spin rotation just purely because it can just tank hits because of that wheel. Now this is a matchup where I feel like I have the advantage. I'm sending out my Phoenix Wing. I'm playing against that Wizard Rod. If I can get a good drop launch on here, then maybe I could get the pocket. I was having some aggressive hits right there, but just unfortunately, I think the alignment, I didn't even like properly pull off that launch effectively, so it looks like it's about to die out, making it very, very close. It's going to be 4-4 very soon. Wizard Rod's just doing Wizard Rod things, just outstanding the attack type, which is Phoenix Wing. In moments like this, where it's getting very, very close, that's when I like to kind of just send out an attack type where I could just possibly just garner as many points as quickly as possible. This looks very close, much closer than it actually was. I actually burst him on impact and then he sent me into the pocket, so it's currently 6-4 right now, but we did have to rewind that just to double check that. But now I have to send out my Cobra Dragoon against his Silver Wolf. And notice how this time I did decide to flat launch and soft launch it as well. Whenever I flat launch, it typically means I am going to be soft launching as well. It's very rare where you'll find that I'm flat launching and hard launching, because if I'm flat launching whilst also hard launching as well, then chances are I'm going to self extreme. So I'm really just playing it safe this time. I'm really not trying to take too many chances like last time. So yeah, hopefully I can just get the spin finish on this. As long as it make contact, like all Dragoon really needs to do is make contact with the opposing bay and it will be able to just spin still, making this 7-4, winning me the game. Our judge actually did rewind just to make sure that it was a clean bounce, and as you can see right there, it was definitely clean. And now I've made it into finals where I'm playing against another Luke. Not the same Luke, it's a different Luke. I'm playing against Luke though, and this is actually really insane to me when you really think about it, because I'm a newcomer to like this scene, to this local scene. I'm from London, I'm a newcomer. I don't really blade, I've never bladed in Southampton. So I'm very happy with my progress, with how I've been performing today, because it's nice to say that my skills can extend outside of my own local scene. I got the 2 points up right there, and now I'm sending my Phoenix Wing, and same situation as that previous Phoenix Wing versus Phoenix Wing matchup. I managed to burst him on impact, and then I got pocketed. So it's currently 4-0 up, and then I'm going to send out my Cobra Dragoon, and I'm going to flat launch because I have learnt my lesson from when I played against Silver Wolf last time. So yep, I'm just going to flat launch this. Got 6 points up. It's really looking like I'm just demolishing this right now. And now finally, going to be sending out my trusty Pegasus Blast against that Wizard Rod. And I just genuinely did not expect that at all. His Wizard Rod just burst on the X-Rail. And because we're playing with the Southampton rules, that is actually just a point to me. I've won the entire thing. I was so confused. Like, I genuinely did not expect that.
In second place today, Luke. And in first place, just dominating the South Coast today, Harry. Thanks to my Cobra Dragoon. You can have Pegasus Blast, or you get 2 picks out of a random bag of goodies. Oh, okay. You get the two round. There's lots of odds and sods in there, so you can sort of take your pick. We got,
let me think.
Some CX-05.
Lucky.
I think we got CX-07 or CX-08 in
I
here.
kind of want to take... Oh, am I allowed to take 2 boosters?
Yes, yeah.
Could I take the 2, those ones?
Those 2, yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Second place. You get it grabbed by...
Guys, open. But please, don't look at the code. Actually, yeah, fine, look at the code. I don't care. Open. Honestly, I don't care if you rip it. Just don't rip the, yeah, I don't care if you rip it.
Just don't rip the what?
Oh, no, I don't care if you rip it. Like, I'm probably going to bin these things anyways.
You know what? I'll give it.
I just want it for the codes, really.
And
And I won't wheel on that. Pardon?
You said you don't care if I rip it?
Yeah, I don't care if you rip it. I really don't care.
So what you want?
I want any of the wheels on that. Oh. Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. Okay, can you... Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, don't open the finger.
but you want him though.
Don't leave it.
Actually, just tell me. Actually, honestly, just tell me.
No.
What's that? Which one's that? Oh, that one fucking sucks, bro. Okay. Woo!
Oh, it's pink.
770.
770. That's not bad.
You didn't even get.
But the thing is, I got 2 of those ready at home. It's like...
Oh, he's just being greedy now, isn't he?
Oh, did I win as well?
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, I won this too.
thanks everyone for coming down. Everyone from London, is really great to see you.
Thank you.
BSL are planning a little invasion of London. We're going to get ourselves a little van. We're going to come on up. Woo! Right next to there. Still cake left, so if anyone wants any more cake, then let us know.
I've had 5 flashes. I'm gonna stop now.
Yeah, thank you everyone. It's been really good.
Thank you. I actually ended up winning some extra goodies in a external raffle that they were hosting. Over here you can see there's a picture of all the winners. I would just love to give a big shout out to Ollie at Southampton for hosting this whole entire Beyblade event. Also being so welcoming and so hospitable to the London group. And also, once again, I'd like to shout out Riaz from BXL because he just drove us here. You know, he played as well. 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back is not easy, man. So thank you so much for driving us there. And just shout out the London lot in general for just like playing today because we stay winning. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know down below in the comment section what you liked or disliked about this video. I'm trying something new with the vlogging. I'm channeling my inner Riot Bay vlogs. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.